If all goes according to schedule, the scene will be remarkable. In November 2025, Tesla will finally unveil the long-awaited Model 2, a car that promises to profoundly disrupt the electric vehicle market. The first units are expected to quietly roll out of the Fremont factory, where production will have already begun months earlier, back in June. It's there, in the heart of California, that engineers will be working to ensure every detail is ready in time for the big announcement. The atmosphere behind the scenes is expected to be one of anticipation and, of course, a closely guarded secret, as only Tesla knows how. Even so, there's already talk of virtual pre-order queues scheduled for the third quarter, something that should attract attention from around the world. The most intriguing aspect will be the price. Elon Musk is expected to take the stage, announcing a starting price of $14,999 for the entry-level version, equipped with rear-wheel drive (RWD) and an all-wheel drive (AWD) option for those seeking more performance. This number won't just be a commercial selling point, it will carry strategic significance. Tesla is expected to time the launch to coincide with the end of a $7,500 tax incentive, set to expire on September 30th. This way, those eyeing the new car will have an extra reason to act quickly before the advantage disappears. It's almost like a game of chess, where every move is calculated to maximize impact. The atmosphere at dealerships is likely to be a mix of anticipation and euphoria. Imagine walking in and seeing, in person, a Tesla that costs less than half the brand's entry-level price. And it's not just the sticker number that will catch your eye, but the promise of maintaining much of the premium experience that made Tesla so desirable. At the same time, customers should sense that the company will be treading carefully in this lower-price territory, avoiding compromising its profit margin too much. It will be a delicate balance, but potentially very profitable if it works. Behind the scenes, production is expected to begin in a controlled manner, with small batches to test each stage of the line before scaling up. This process will be crucial to avoid bottlenecks and correct any issues before they become a recall. This won't be the first time Tesla has followed this path. Launch gradually, test public reaction, and adjust as needed. Those following the news will notice that the first leaked images will show camouflaged prototypes circulating near the factory, fueling curiosity about the final design. Furthermore, Tesla's communication will need to be careful to maintain suspense. We won't expect to see many confirmed details before the big event, and that will be part of the charm. The brand has always known that mystery sells almost as much as the product itself. Short teasers, cryptic phrases, and photos from strategic angles should keep the public hooked on social media, discussing each pixel as if it were a clue to unlocking the secret. The Fremont factory's role will be pivotal, not only because of its legacy, but also because of its ability to launch something new without interrupting current Model 3 and Model Y production. Engineers will adapt parts of the production lines to accommodate the new model, leveraging existing infrastructure and avoiding large upfront investments. This strategy will reduce risk and allow the Model 2 to reach the market faster than any other all-new Tesla car. The strategy behind this launch is expected to be bold, almost like a calculated counterattack against the avalanche of Chinese electric cars already dominating the shelves with incredibly low prices. Tesla, which for years was synonymous with cutting-edge technology and premium prices, is expected to launch itself directly into the battlefield where brands like BYD reign supreme. And this will be no accident. The Model 2 is expected to be the trump card Elon Musk uses to regain market share that seemed lost, attracting customers who until now saw Tesla models as a distant dream. The pressure to do so will come from all sides. Sales of the Model 3 and Model Y, once the brand's darlings, will be showing signs of wear. Competition has not only increased, but also become more sophisticated. Now, a cheap Chinese electric car will no longer mean just basic or unrefined. Many of these models will offer good finishes, decent range, and even some interesting technological features. To compete in this scenario, Tesla will need to offer more than an eye-catching price. It will have to deliver real value and a package that continues to carry the technological identity that made it famous. Positioning the Model 2 as an affordable car while still retaining Tesla's DNA will be risky but strategic. If successful, it will not only increase sales, but could prevent customers who dream of owning a Tesla from choosing a competitor. Those who have always wanted to join the Tesla club, but could never afford it, should see this as the perfect opportunity. This will create a powerful psychological effect. Tesla will finally be speaking directly to the global middle class. However, the price war that will unfold will not be simple. BYD, for example, already has electric models costing less than $10,000. It will be impossible for Tesla to compete at this price point without compromising quality. And that's something Elon Musk will be unlikely to accept. The bet, therefore, will be on balance, offering a car cheaper than any previous Tesla, but with features and performance that justify paying slightly more than the market minimum. Another important element of this move will be brand awareness. While many low-cost electric cars will still be seen as experimental or intended for limited urban use, the Model 2 should carry the confidence of a company that has proven, time and time again, its ability to deliver performance, safety, and technology. And in the automotive world, trust is as valuable an asset as a good price. There will also be an impact in regions where tax incentives for electric cars are disappearing, as will be the case in the United States. By timing the launch after the end of the $7,500 credit, Tesla will be protecting its more expensive models during the incentive period, and only then will it present the Model 2 as an affordable alternative for those who lost the benefit. This will keep the sales pipeline active and prevent a sharp drop in revenue. What will draw the most attention, however, will be how the Model 2 will break with some of Tesla's own traditions to reduce costs without losing its identity. Its inspiration will clearly come from the Model Y, but the new car will be about 15% shorter, something that in itself will significantly improve the driving experience and interior space. This reduction in size, combined with a more streamlined design, will allow for cutting steps in the manufacturing process and using less material. Two decisive factors in achieving the desired price. Externally, those accustomed to Tesla's striking lines and sophisticated touches will notice subtle but calculated changes. The panoramic glass roof, for example, will be replaced by a solid roof painted in the same body color. This choice, in addition to reducing costs, should increase structural rigidity and simplify production. The headlights will follow a more basic design, abandoning the continuous light bar that came with the Model Y, and the rear will lose the visual effect of the reflective strip that connected the taillights, opting for a more traditional set. The interior, in turn, will be the most evident reflection of the cost-cutting philosophy. The number of speakers will be reduced from 14 to 9, and the seat upholstery will swap the soft touch of vegan leather for fabric. For some, this may seem like a step backward. For others, it will be merely a detail compared to the chance to own a Tesla for such a low price. The electric trunk, present in the more expensive models, will be replaced by a manual opening, and the rear passenger screen, seen in newer versions, will simply be missing from the Model 2. These changes won't happen by chance. Each cut will represent a saving that, when added together, will make a difference. A manual trunk could mean $250 less in the final cost. Removing seat ventilation will save another $300. Changing the seat material, another $400. It's as if each part is reviewed with the magnifying glass of efficiency, without directly interfering with the car's main function. Still, some essential elements of the Tesla experience are expected to remain intact. The center console will remain minimalist, the large central screen will control virtually everything in the car, and features like wireless smartphone charging and over-the-air software updates are expected to become standard. So, even with strategic cuts, the Model 2 will still deliver that feeling of driving something that's part of a connected technological ecosystem. Visually, the focus will be on minimalism. No chrome overkill or unnecessary embellishments. The focus will be on clean surfaces, balanced proportions, and subtle details reminiscent of the Tesla family. The wheels will have a unique design, simpler, but still with that futuristic touch that draws attention. To anyone who sees the car on the street, the message should be clear. It's a Tesla, only now within reach of many more people. When it comes to performance and range, the Model 2 is expected to follow a pragmatic yet surprising approach for a car in this price range. Tesla plans to equip it with a 53 kWh LFP battery supplied by KTL, a technology already recognized for its safety, durability, and low cost. While it won't reach the impressive ranges of the brand's more expensive models, the new compact car is expected to deliver between 230 and 250 miles of range in its standard version, enough for most daily commutes and short trips. And there are strong indications that a long-range version could reach around 280 miles, also catering to those seeking a little more power on the road. Choosing an LFP battery won't just be a matter of cost. This type of cell tolerates a greater number of charge cycles, loses less capacity over time, and supports rapid recharges without significant risk of overheating. This means that for those who will buy the Model 2, the cost benefit could be even greater, as the car should maintain a good level of performance for many years. In practice, it will be a powerful argument against the idea that a cheap EV necessarily loses quality over time. One of the most talked about points, however, will be the charging speed. Officially, Tesla promises up to 80% charge in about 20 minutes under real-world conditions. And there are rumors that, in ideal scenarios, this time could drop even further. It won't be a market-changing experience, but it will certainly put the Model 2 ahead of several direct competitors, which still require 30 to 40 minutes to achieve the same result. This speed will transform the user experience for those who don't want to waste time on long trips. Of course, to achieve such a low price, Tesla won't likely include its most advanced cells, such as the 4680, in the Model 2. These batteries will continue to be reserved for larger, more expensive models, such as the Cybertruck and Semi. Even so, the car's overall efficiency will make up for this absence. The reduced weight and more compact size will mean lower energy demand per mile, allowing Tesla to get the most out of the LFP battery pack without sacrificing range. The weight-to-range ratio will be one of the project's greatest strengths. It's estimated that the Model 2 will be about 30% lighter than the Model Y, which will have a direct impact not only on fuel consumption, but also on performance. This could guarantee a 0 to 60 MP time of around 5 seconds for the most powerful version, which, for an entry-level car, will be more than respectable. And here's a detail. Even though it's not the main focus, the fun-to-drive factor will still be present, as Tesla is unlikely to compromise on this characteristic. Another benefit of using the LFP battery is predictability. Because it has a more forgiving charging range, drivers can use fast charging more frequently without fear of prematurely degrading the battery. This feature, combined with the supercharger network, will create a scenario where traveling in a Model 2 will be almost as convenient as traveling in more expensive Tesla models. And for many buyers, this convenience will be worth more than any luxury in the finish. What will underpin this entire project will be the way the Model 2 will be produced. Contrary to what many expected, it won't use the much-talked-about unboxed process. This radical innovation will be reserved for the future Cybercab. Instead, Tesla will opt for a safer path, leveraging the existing Model 3 and Model Y production lines, adapting them to accommodate the new model. This decision should speed up the launch and reduce risks, as the factories will already be equipped to handle this type of high-volume production. The Model 2 chassis will be the smallest Tesla has ever built, and this alone will allow for a more efficient approach in terms of space and cost. The star of this process will be the gigapress, a machine capable of molding large sections of the car's frame from a single piece of aluminum. This method will eliminate hundreds of components and assembly steps, making production not only faster, but also more precise. Each pressing of this gigantic foundry will represent a time gain and cost reduction that will be vital to keeping the car's price at the promised levels. The intensive use of aluminum won't just be an engineering trick, it'll be a strategic move to strike a balance between lightness, strength, and energy efficiency. Being up to 2.5 times lighter than steel, aluminum will significantly reduce the vehicle's overall weight, improving acceleration, range, and even driving performance. In a compact car like the Model 2, every pound saved will make a difference in performance and operating costs over its lifetime. This extra lightness will also have a direct impact on the driving experience. Acceleration from 0 to 60 mph in under 5 seconds won't just be a number on paper. It'll be something the driver feels when they step on the accelerator. Tesla's signature immediate response will remain even in this more affordable model, reinforcing that a low price doesn't have to mean limited fun. Shared production with the Model 3 and Model Y will also bring benefits of scale. Common components across models will reduce development costs and simplify logistics. This standardization will help Tesla maintain leaner inventories, avoiding excess and minimizing waste, a detail that often goes unnoticed but directly influences the viability of such an aggressively priced car. Furthermore, Model 2 production will benefit from years of learning. Problems and bottlenecks that arose in the production of previous models will already have been tested and implemented, reducing the chances of delays or large-scale defects. This means the car will reach consumers with fewer post-launch adjustments and higher initial reliability. Even with all this production simplification, the Model 2 must maintain a technological package that preserves the brand's essence. Tesla knows that one of the biggest draws for its customers isn't just performance or design, but the digital and driving experience that transforms each journey into something unlike any other car on the market. Therefore, even in the most affordable model, Autopilot must be included, allowing drivers to benefit from advanced driver assistance systems right from the factory. The command center will continue to be the large central touchscreen, where virtually all of the car's functions will be concentrated. This will eliminate the need for physical buttons and controls, reducing production and maintenance costs while also maintaining the clean, minimalist interface that has already become a trademark. Over-the-air software updates will be available, allowing the car to receive new features and improvements without the need for a repair shop. This detail alone will be a huge differentiator compared to other affordable EVs. Another point that may generate buzz is the adoption of the new 48-volt electrical architecture. This is a significant change that, in addition to improving system efficiency, should reduce weight and wiring complexity. This means lower energy consumption, less heat dissipation, and easier integration of future hardware upgrades. It's the kind of technology that, applied to an entry-level model, reinforces the feeling that Tesla is delivering more than the market expects for this price point. There's also speculation about the debut of a new motor based on ferrite magnets, free of rare earths. If this change is actually implemented in the Model 2, it will be a milestone for the industry. In addition to significantly reducing production costs, around $2,000 per unit compared to current motors, this solution will also reduce dependence on critical raw materials, many of which are controlled by a few countries. For a car striving for affordability and scalability, this independence will be strategic. Inside, even with fewer features compared to more expensive models, Tesla will maintain a sufficient level of comfort to ensure drivers and passengers feel as though they're in a modern connected vehicle. Wireless smartphone charging will remain, as will a simplified sound system, but with sufficient quality to not compromise the experience. Small details, such as electric adjustments for the front seats and efficient climate control, should ensure that cost savings aren't perceived as quality cuts. Anticipation surrounding the Model 2 is expected to reach levels rarely seen for an electric car. Internal and analyst projections indicate that, in the fourth quarter following its launch, sales could reach up to 1.58 million units, a figure capable of repositioning Tesla as the undisputed leader in the entry-level segment. It's no exaggeration to say that the company sees this car as a tool to drastically accelerate EV adoption worldwide, breaking down the price barrier that still keeps millions of consumers away. Despite criticism from some who expected an entirely new and radical model,